See how that sounds and looks. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm coming live from a undisclosed location in, where are we?
Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe. And today's show is going to be our first show. Just a little sampling of, number one, I'm very happy I get to spend time with my son. But number two, you're about to learn more about, what do you call this, climbing?
Yes.
What's the term for it?
Scaling.
Scaling. We're going to learn about scaling. And not the singing scale, do, re, mi, none of that. We're talking about rock climbing.
Yeah.
So I'd like to introduce my son, the legend of Tahoe. Some people, at least two that I've met already, are calling him the Michael Jordan of scaling, or what would you call it?
Both, either or.
So not only is he the legend of scaling, he's the legend of rock climbing. So, Roman, how are you today, buddy?
I'm doing super well.
Don't worry about me. I'm going to just ask you a few questions. And, what got you interested in climbing, Roman? Let's go back from the beginning.
Well, you, of course, remember Adam, my best friend, and all of his older brother and all of his friends, they were all climbers, and we were hanging around them, and, I don't know, when you're that age and, hanging around older kids, everything they do is, totally rad to you, and it was just kind of,
You want to try to emulate?
Yeah, it was, cool to emulate, what they were doing, and, we, definitely looked up to them, and it was just, I don't know, they were inspiring, so, they were climbers, and they've been climbing for a long time, and then there's the local gym that we had, Boulder Dash, by the house.
Right, I remember.
Yeah, and that,
But you went there before you really got into it, or you just did that for
fun? It was both. Yeah.
Because by the time you said 16, you got into climbing.
Yeah, totally. So I had a little bit of exposure, and then Boulder Dash, for some reason they had some rule where you could only climb by yourself if you were 16 years old. And so I remember right before I turned 16, Mom drove me to the gym in the city, and I had 2 sessions or something like that by myself.
Oh, okay.
And then I turned 16, and then immediately I could go to the gym by the house.
Okay, so you went to Boulder Dash, and the first time you climbed, did it just feel right? This was something that you felt like you could do right away, or did you something you had to work at?
I think so. There's stuff like that for everyone.
Yes.
When some people do something, it just clicks, and it definitely clicked for me. And it was kind of just fun, because I didn't really have anything else in my life at that point.
Right, because you weren't playing team sports anymore at 16.
For sure.
You didn't really want to play high school sports.
No.
Because pre-high school, you played football, fantastic.
Yeah.
You loved hockey.
Yeah.
And you're really good at it.
Yeah.
But team sports was never really your thing.
Yeah, and I liked skating, but I was definitely phasing out from skating at that point. And yeah, the climbing community is just so unique and fun, and I think that was...
you kind of felt your family, individuals, because
totally.
it's an individual sport, really.
Sure,
but in a way, you found a group that... Would you think they encourage you?
Yeah, it's an individual thing, but it's all about like you're saying, encouragement and community, and there's a big emphasis on adventure and I don't know, learning and stuff like that, and all those things. I identify with all those things.
Okay, so you developed your skills in Boulder Dash, you think, or when you went outside?
Well, I got lucky because, I was saying, hanging out with the older guys, there was a lot of mentors that I had in there.
Okay.
And I got really lucky with this one guy, my friend Devlin. He did help mentor me and show me around and show me.
You think because he saw something in you that you really
Maybe,
liked it, or
I don't know. Yeah, we were all just friends.
Just friends.
And, and then he just showed me how to explore and run around and how to climb better and get stronger and have fun.
So when was the first time you went outside with your friends? Was it a while after Boulder Dash, or you did it both?
I think both. It's pretty easy because back home where we live and where we grew up, there's just, the mountains are so beautiful and amazing and such easy access, and there's so much rock there.
Yeah, there is a lot.
And so we just go in the backyard and there's shit to climb and shit to run around and explore, and so I think that's why I love coming home, because we're just blessed being in such a beautiful place.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in 2 beautiful places in your life, so it's fantastic. So as the years go by, you're climbing at 16, you get to 17, at 18 you graduate high school,
Yeah.
right? And you leave home. You know, that's when I was a little sad, and then started letting crazy women move in my house. But we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
It's your show. So when you started doing like regular boulders outside, and you started mastering like maybe littler, what would you say? What was the first like big accomplishment there was for you out there? When you really thought, well, how far can I take this?
Well, when I left home and I moved to Santa Cruz, there's not that much climbing outside there.
Yeah.
But the climbing community is it's a huge part of Santa Cruz, and so living there was like it was cool to experience like a bigger community and like a bigger climbing scene, and learn from like more people and like just have new experiences within climbing. And then living there is when I discovered Tahoe.
Right.
And the guidebooks came out, and I discovered Tahoe and started coming up here. And it wasn't necessarily like one thing that I was like, this is like a big accomplishment that like propelled my like motivation. It was just like coming up here and like discovering like how fun and beautiful it is up here, and then just like maybe like I don't know, it just made me like motivated to like kind of spend my time up here in the mountains. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so stay tuned to the second episode, and we're going to talk about Roman's first experiences in Tahoe.